Battle Royale. Welcome everyone, my name's Ali, and today I am really excited because we're going to talk about the possibility of brand new weapons coming to Fortnite Battle Royale that will fill in weapon slots that currently have a gap in the line of all the weapons that are currently in the game, including new burst, scoped assault rifles, SMGs, and even potentially a handheld minigun. It is all crazy, and we're taking a look at all of these brand new weapons in this video right here. If you guys are new around here, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not ever miss a video. Sometimes YouTube doesn't tell you that I've released a video unless notifications are on, so make sure you're doing that. And also, I'd like all of the feedback from all of these new weapons that I show you guys. Let me know what you think of them. Do you think it'd be a good idea? Leave your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned right until the end when I'll show you guys some bonus weapons that will be brand new categories never seen before in Fortnite that I think you will really, really like. So without further ado, give it a thumbs up if you're excited. Let's jump into this awesome video and take a look at many new weapons that could be coming to Fortnite Battle Royale. So first off, let's take a look at the most basic and go-to weapon category in Fortnite, the standard assault rifles. Obviously this is fully filled out at the moment, ranging from the standard AR, which is uncommon, common and rare, and then you have the Scar, which is a continuation of those weapons, filling in the epic and legendary slots. Obviously the standard assault rifle is filled up, but it gives you an idea of how we're going to fill in all of those gaps for weapons that don't have every single one of the color rarities filled in. We love the assault rifles, but what can we add into the game which would maybe make you pick up a new gun over a Scar or over a normal assault rifle when you land in Fortnite? Well, let's kick it off, my friends, with the burst assault rifles. Currently we have the grey uncommon, the green common, and the blue burst assault rifle. Now I'm sure many of you guys will really enjoy picking up a blue burst, and it can be absolutely deadly, but it can be a little bit inaccurate, and personally I always choose a standard assault rifle over a blue assault rifle. But we have a lot of room for potential here because we've both an epic and legendary slot waiting to be filled in, so what could go in that place? Well, enter the brand new burst assault rifle. With this burst assault rifle is going to be a little bit different because it's actually going to be an even slower burst assault rifle than the ones we currently have in the game. However, they will be more high powered and dealing more damage a hit. Meaning if you land all 3 shots, you could drop someone very, very quickly, but if you miss those shots, there's going to be a lot of downtime in between. All of the weapons that you're going to see within this video that I suggest for different weapon categories are actually already in Fortnite in the Save the World portion of the game, which is like the zombies PvE portion of the game. A lot of the guns that we've seen in Fortnite have been carried over from that part of the game into Battle Royale, so the likelihood of it actually happening and actually coming to the game is very high, and it could definitely happen. So let me know what you think. A slower but more powerful burst assault rifle, I think it could be really, really deadly and make you pick it up over the standard assault rifles. If you're wanting something which is a little bit of a quicker burst, make sure you stick around because I've got another suggestion for that in a little bit. But moving on to the scoped assault rifles, I actually have talked about this and made a video on potential changes to the scoped assault rifles only yesterday, where they've implemented some changes into the new shooting mode number 1, and this weapon looks absolutely amazing. But we've got quite a few new slots here that we can work with. Now we currently have a rare and an epic version. I'm actually just going to go ahead and fill in the uncommon and the common slots with the same scoped assault rifle we've already got, just with slightly less firepower, so not being quite as strong. But for the legendary slot, I have something very special. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the burst scoped assault rifle. That is right, it's almost a hybrid of the two. Looks a little bit like a sniper, but this thing has a more extensive, bigger zoom on the scope and will actually fire 3 shots at a time, forming a burst scoped assault rifle. I think this is such a cool weapon. It is currently already in Fortnite PvE and would just roll into Battle Royale so nicely, not only because it looks so good, but also because of the possibilities. Now, obviously after each burst, we have a little little bit of kick, a little bit of recoil, so you can't spam it so much unless you're really, really close to someone. But at those medium to longer ranges, sort of filling in the gap between an assault rifle and a sniper rifle, this weapon could be really, really useful. Each time it fires off those 3 bursts, you can hone in on people and do some real serious damage. Now you may be thinking it's a little bit overpowered, but let's not forget that the scoped assault rifles do not have aim assist in Fortnite Battle Royale, so it's all up to you to aim really, really well. I think that balances it out a little bit. It means you have to have very good accuracy. If you're on a controller, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult for sure to aim, but if you can land the shots, a scoped burst assault rifle I think would be amazing, and a legendary drop, you're not going to find it too often. I think it'd be really cool. So moving away from assault rifles for a little bit, we're going to jump into the SMG category. This is a category that I am falling in love with every single day at the moment because of some of the new changes they've implemented with this weapon in, again, the new shooting test 1 mode. I've got a video coming out on it very, very soon, but let's first of all talk about the different SMG categories because they're all divided up into their own unique slots. Now we've got the standard SMGs, the tactical SMGs, and the silence SMGs. I'm going to leave the silence SMGs alone for the moment and just compare with you guys the standard SMGs against the tactical SMGs, because you may not know, and honestly only until I looked into it a few days ago did I fully understand the difference. So the standard SMGs have been in Fortnite Battle Royale since release, whereas the tactical SMGs actually added it in soon after Battle Royale first went live. The standard SMGs will deal slightly less damage per bullet, but will have a higher fire rate, whereas the tactical SMG slows a little bit slower, but each bullet hits a little bit harder. I personally prefer the tactical SMG a little bit more, but I'm going to suggest new weapons for both of them. So let's first of all look at the standard SMG. We currently already have slots for the uncommon, common and rare SMG, leaving us with some awesome options when it comes to the epic and legendary slots. Now I found a really cool weapon, and I've actually seen it suggested online a few times, that would actually be a burst SMG. That is right, there's definitely a theme going on here. I'm liking the idea of more burst weapons. I've seen before in Call of Duty and other games burst SMGs, and they can work really, really well, and you need a good trigger finger to be able to get all the bursts off quickly, but can be very, very deadly. So the theme of this weapon would stick with the normal SMGs, which is that it's got a very high fire rate, but for you to really let rip and get all of those bursts off quickly, you're going to have to grab your controller and spam that shoot button as quickly as you can. You can't just hold it down to let all of the bullets rip. I think it would be a really cool little unique weapon, which would just fill in a burst weapon slot that's a little bit closer range and could actually compete with shotguns as well. I think that's the best thing that the SMGs are doing at the moment, is actually trying to compete with the shotguns, and I think this weapon would fit that really, really nicely. Let me know what you think. A little bit of a controversial idea. I think it would be really cool. So we've looked at the standard SMGs. What about the tactical SMGs? As I said, I prefer these a little bit more, and oh my gosh, I think you're going to like the suggestion for this new gun as well. So current tactical SMGs have gaps for the legendary and the uncommon variant. I'm just going to fill in the uncommon variant with a slightly worse version of a current tactical SMG because I want to fill in the gap and focus on a potential legendary SMG. That is right, my friends. Take a look at this guy. This is a freaking mini Uzi with a flame decal spread along the side of it. It looks absolutely amazing. The idea of this weapon would be to be a fully automatic SMG, but also hits quite hard and has a slightly faster fire rate than the standard tactical SMG, but this is going to be balanced out by having a very small magazine size. The idea of this gun is that it can actually shoot off a lot of bullets quickly, which will deal a lot of damage, but if you're not accurate with them, or if you try and shoot it a little bit too far down range, the recoil is not going to be in your favor, the bloom's going to spread out, and you're going to miss, and you're suddenly going to find yourself having to be in the middle of a reload. I think this is a perfect example of a deadly fire rate SMG that can destroy people up close, but only if you're accurate and only if you land your shots. It can definitely compete with shotguns. However, if you aren't hitting those shots, and someone with a tactical shotgun, for example, can come in, keep on spamming away at you, and you may find yourself dead. It is a high-risk, high-reward weapon, again coming in at that legendary slot, so you're not going to find it too often, but if you do, oh boy, you can melt some people's faces off very close range. Now, I haven't forgotten about the silent SMGs, obviously one of the newer guns that have been added into Fortnite Battle Battle Royale, currently covering the grey, green and blue slot, leaving some room for creativity when it comes to the epic and legendary slot. I'm actually going to put this one over to you guys and let you leave some suggestions down below. How can they improve the silenced SMG outside of it maybe just doing a little bit more damage? Could they maybe add some sort of scope to it? Could they make it fire in a certain way? Let me know down below, because I couldn't think of anything too interesting, but I think you guys definitely could. How could they make an even better version of a silenced SMG? I'm excited to see all of your ideas down below in the comment section. I'm sure you have some good ones. But that isn't all, my friends, because the minigun. Oh yes, I'm visiting more new guns. This gun's literally only been in the game for about a week now. It is very, very new, and it only fits in the epic and legendary slot. So how on earth can you make a minigun, which is already a ridiculous weapon that mows down enemies' bases, be added into the game but be slightly worse? So the minigun fills its job so well. I predicted it, and we talked about it a little bit more just before it came out, saying that it wouldn't have very good hip fire, you'd have to move very slowly, and would not be too good at longer ranges, but it's great at destroying bases. And that's exactly what it does. It can rip through enemy bases, but really isn't the best weapon to actually shoot people with, unless you're really, really close to someone and they don't quite know you're there. But it uses up all of that mini ammo and light ammo that we just weren't really touching normally, so filled in a new weapon slot nicely. But I've got an epic suggestion for this. Take a look at the handgun minigun, my friend. That is right, again, this weapon does currently exist in Fortnite in the PvE segment of the game. It is a real thing, and I think it would be an awesome way of toning down the minigun, making it a little bit more portable, and bringing it over to Fortnite Battle Royale to fill in those slots just underneath the current rarities of the minigun. I think to make this weapon viable and useful, it can shoot a little bit slower than the current miniguns that are in the game. I think it should have slightly better hip fire accuracy. Because you're pulling it out with one hand, it's meant for that close range combat. And honestly, I just think it would look like such a freaking cool weapon. What do you guys think? I think it would be awesome. Let me know down below in the comment section. Probably the most exciting lower tier weapon that could potentially be added into the game, and makes me really excited. So those are all the weapons that I want to cover that are currently in the game, but filling in the extra slots that are currently empty. However, at the beginning of this video, I mentioned I wanted to share with you guys some new guns that aren't in Fortnite Battle Royale at all, and could add in a really cool, unique element. First of all, obviously there are some weapons I've missed out, like the pistols and the snipers. If you want me to do a similar video to this, covering some new weapons that would fill in those categories, give this video a thumbs up and tweet me, let me know if you'd like to see that as well. But for the moment, new guns, what could possibly be filled in? Well, this one actually relates a little bit to the minigun, because when it was first teased a few weeks ago, people were mistaking it for an LMG. It's not an LMG, it's a minigun that just fires off a ton of ammo. However, an LMG would be awesome. I think this LMG here would be amazing to fill in the lower end category of the LMGs, and would come in as a standard LMG, having far better accuracy than the minigun. You aren't quite as slow as the minigun, but it can't take down tower bases quite as quickly. This gun shoots a little bit slower, but each bullet deals more damage, and this is more of basically designed to take down players rather than the minigun side of things, which is designed to take down buildings. I think it'd be a really cool new addition, lots of ammo, and would be very, very cool. But as I said, it would only cover the lower end of the LMGs. Because, my friends, take a look at this bad boy. This would fill in the legendary and the epic slot as a actual red dot sight, even bigger magazine LMG that would deal even more damage and hold more ammo before you have to reload a clip. The thing with a minigun is that once it starts firing up, it just shoots forever. But with this LMG, obviously you've got to reload each magazine. Despite them being big magazines, you've got a long reload until you can get back to shooting again. I think this version of the gun would give you better accuracy, would have that nice little sight as well to help you aim, and as I said, bigger ammunition, even more damage. I think this whole new LMG category should be added into the game and would be absolutely awesome. Let me know what you guys think of that, but I've got another suggestion, one more suggestion to finish off this brand new video ideas for Fortnite Battle Royale. and this is a pistol. Less so a pistol that is designed to damage people, it's actually a flare gun pistol. So this pistol would fire out a flare and be used more of a way in engaging enemies and being more aggressive. So this would fire out a flare which you can shoot into a building, you can even shoot up into the sky if you want to tell people where you are, but it is also designed to be aggressive. So you can shoot it into an enemy's base, you can shoot it into a house if you know there's someone in there. And the way this would work is it would blind the enemy or at least disorientate them for a few seconds so that it can allow you to get closer to them, get into the action and take them by surprise. I think this is a really good idea and a really good example of adding in a weapon that isn't your normal just go-to shooting at a person weapon, but a way that changes the game as Fortnite and how you engage in enemy players. And it's one of those things where if you found it on the floor, you'd be like, should I pick this up? Like, should I drop my silenced pistol? Should I drop my sniper for this? And could work really well, especially in duos and squads, where if one of your teammates has it, he can be the person that engages with it, stuns the enemies, and allows the rest of your squad to roll in and take the enemy by surprise. I think it's a cool idea, definitely out there, and definitely something we have not seen before, and it's my final brand new suggestion for new weapons to be added into Fortnite Battle Royale. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, I've had a load of fun, and it's taken a load of time to put all of these pictures and all of these ideas together, and if you have enjoyed it, as I said, give it a thumbs up, and let me know if you want me to do another one where I focus on the weapons that I didn't touch in this video, which include the pistols, the sniper rifles, and more, as another awesome video taking a look at possible new guns. As I said, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. If you want to see more Fortnite videos right now, there's a playlist in the description, so click on that. You can see all my Fortnite videos. Thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to read your comments and see what you guys think about all these suggestions. And as always, I'll see you guys for another video tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.